near the end of the first session, what plot hook do you put in to make the players want more? What twist would you put at the end that would make them go, what?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Anybody that rolls maybe above 15, you see something that looks like it's about 50 foot tall, and it's just standing out there on one of the islands.
What? Welcome to the Hall of the Guildmasters. We're starting a new series today over campaign ideas for your RPG game. So the way this is going to work is I've got 5 specific conditions that I'm going to list to you, and then you have to come up with a scenario for a campaign based on those 5 conditions. Are you ready?
I like that. Yeah, it's that makes you do something drastic.
Yeah.
It makes you think quick too.
Yes. So, you ready to think quick?
All
right.
Try.
So the first, the 5 ideas I've got for you. Ready? So first off, number 1. The setting of the campaign, they live in a sea of islands. So think like Hawaii. Okay. All islands. Second condition is outside is always below freezing. The water is frozen solid. Some areas it might be thinner than others, but it is frozen solid. Third, one of the islands is called the Razor, and it is only inhabited by brutal wildlife. It has not been tamed. The fourth one, everyone knows fire spells.
That's a huge benefit.
Right, especially if you're freezing cold all the time. And now for the wild card, 5th condition. The people on the islands, their main import and export, they are carpenters by trade. Go.
Okay, so they're obviously they're growing these trees, probably coniferous, just because they can grow in the snow and winter. So I'm assuming the main island is probably quite big, like Hawaii size maybe would be my guess. Couple thousand, maybe 10,000 or less people.
Okay.
The Razor, definitely we would have to build some kind of defense, at least pointing at the Razor.
Ooh, okay. So it's almost like the wildlife are like aggressive, outside. So they come off the island onto the ice and maybe try and claim others.
My first thought would be, since everybody kind of knows fire spells, just everybody takes turns creating an ice moat that's probably at least like a mile long. So that way they see that, and it's a little bit more of a terrain to get to them.
Okay, I like that idea.
I mean, I'm assuming whatever over there probably knows ice spells if they're living over there.
Right.
Yetis or whatever. Import, export. I would definitely make the trading on the opposite side of the Razor. I would probably build a massive lighthouse / tower, probably built into at least one of the strongholds or the castle. And since our main import-export is wood, that fire would always be lit and massive.
Ooh, true.
So if that fire was ever gone, something happened.
Ooh, drastic. Okay, alright. What if in order to get the lumber, are they planting these trees?
I think there would be some planting,
or is there crews that have to go out beyond to the other islands? And
yeah, I think their main would be a certain kind of tree that maybe grows faster, but their main wood would have to be. They would have to go to those the Razor side.
Yeah,
they would definitely be harvesting.
I feel like they might have a druid or two helping them grow these trees as well.
Oh, yes.
Definitely got some nature magic going on.
Yeah, there would definitely be expeditions, because obviously they would want to expand.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a rare type of tree that only grows on the Razor.
What if...
So they want that tree more than anything.
What if they used to own 6 of the islands and now they only own 3 because these things started taking over...
They got too wild.
What kind of creatures do we have living in the Razor? What kind of beings? Or
definitely some kind of Yeti. I don't. Maybe some kind of ice wraiths. I think that's what would be the most active and aggressive, because they wouldn't just stick to islands. They'd be out searching for anything.
There's like ice aboleths.
There's definitely some kind of, probably some kind of overgrown rabbit, or I don't want to say boar, but something similar. Maybe some kind of elk that is only known to be in the razor. They're super aggressive, but that's their main meat source.
Yeah.
So I think it would all depend. This is like a man versus wild type thing.
Yeah.
It's a give and take. They go there and they lose some, but it's a victory if they come back, no matter who comes back.
Is it possible that these creatures are aggressive because of the forestation?
I think it's more or less like a defensive, but maybe there is a few creatures that are smarter, that understand that what they're doing is wrong.
Right.
But there'd be definitely some kind of a ranking system, even though it's wild.
Right.
Like a pecking order, I would say, for sure.
So, in this area, how does the party start? Or where would you, if this was your kind of layout of the land, where would you start the party at for your first session?
They would come in on a trade boat.
Okay.
And they heard that there's really good pay for defending the loggers.
Okay, so they'd be like, go out on the expedition with these people.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as the lord or lady approves of them, maybe they would think that they could take back one of their islands and slowly build defenses over there. Or crap, if you had all druids, I think I would allow the move earth spell to be used on ice at that point.
That would be awesome. Yeah, or snow.
Yeah. I mean, that technically would be their land per se, but I would allow that.
That's cool.
Because there'd be no other way unless you did the I think it's the tidal wave spell. Or it's where you
I know
can
what you're talking about. Yeah,
a 30-foot wave.
I think there's a move water spell too.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I just make the water just blast out, or maybe have a few fire spells hit and make the water, and then.
Oh, okay.
So you
like
have
kind
to
of
do some
combo going. Yeah. I feel like it would be easy for the party members to know fire spells too, or for someone in the village to teach one or two to them.
Oh yeah, definitely. There would be. You would have to alter the spells a little bit, probably.
Yeah.
But I think I would make. I would probably make them all have. What's the Dragonborn, the fire breath?
Oh yeah.
That's a cantrip, right?
I don't know.
I would have to make it a cantrip.
Yeah, just friggin'.
Maybe they studied for so long that just to go to this island that.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like everybody has a necklace that just knows that
Oh
spell.
yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, that's another good question. How do people go outside?
Yeah, that'd be pretty ridiculous. And there would have to be some kind of magical enchantment.
Or there's like a freaking like a fire, cloak, shield, something, or like a spell that's like, warms you to a certain regulate body
keep
heat.
You from not going below 0.
Yeah. All right, so I think this is obviously the most important question is at the end of the first session, or near the end of the first session, what plot hook do you put in to make the players want more? What twist would you put at the end that would make them go, what?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Anybody that rolls maybe above 15, you see something that looks like it's about 50 foot tall, and it's just standing out there on one of the islands.
What? Okay, all right, I feel it.
Yeah. It looks about 50 foot tall. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is.
Oh, geez. Would this be like
what's,
after a logging expedition, or like on their way to one, or like
more or less like you caught its attention after you helped a logging expedition. Oh man! So it would be like maybe only 2 of the party members saw it. And
that's cool.
Maybe they don't want to say anything, or like their personalities just want to keep to themselves, and then you slowly just start to see more. And it's not just that; he's controlling like just wildlife.
That's cool. I like that idea.
So more or less, like he would be like an alpha, maybe.
Okay,
or
yeah,
I guess.
Okay, I have a thought for you. I feel like this would be something I would do. Is kind of like as they're on the logging expedition, kind of building up like have like, maybe there's like 6 loggers they're with, but like 2 of them you really like the party gets to know, like NPC wise, build a little bit of whatever, and they kind of like, as they're like chatting with them, they kind of teach them about the area or whatever, and maybe like during that there is a bit of combat where there's like a regular wildlife creature like a snow tiger or something, like whoa, there's that jump them and maybe they get a logger or something,
yeah.
but you fight it off and you kill it. It's like, we got this, and then he's just kind of like, there's you could like really foreshadow like there's stuff way worse than this, or like just like, but I don't want to talk about it. Like you're kind of, but I would do right at the end. You guys have the logs, you're bringing them back and chatting, and then it's like, all right, roll a perception check, and a couple people do. And one person, whoever got the highest, you hear like a low cracking noise, kind of deep within your chest. And you look behind you and you see like a small little crack in the ice behind you just slowly start, and then you see something move under the ice. And that's like, everybody roll athletics checks. Oh crap! You start running, and the ice starts slowly breaking behind you, and then as you're going, you see something break through the crack and just grab the guy and just...
That'd be crazy.
And right before you guys get back to and that's it. That's the end of the session. Like, what just happened? Yeah. Yep.
That'd be insane.
If you have a list of 5 ideas that you want us to build a session around, put them in the comments below. We go through those weekly, so we would love to hear your ideas, and hey, maybe we'll make a video about it. Till next time, we are the Guildmasters.